this is the second live broadcast for today, which is going to come to you from Roller Team. Now, just to say once more, this is a live broadcast. Please do not write anything down which even may sound as though it is rude in any way. Please do not, because now we did have some abuser on yesterday, and now I've learned how to actually ban people from doing this. I'll have to do it, so please be careful. It's also quite difficult as I'm sort of walking, trying to show vehicles, talking, avoiding people, not filming people, and etc. So anyway, so I'll show you a bit around. I'm going to turn the camera around, turn it away from my face, and show you what can be seen here. Now, it's another overcast day here in Düsseldorf, but as you can see, there are lots of people around, which is very nice. And now, normally the Monday of this event is the quietest day of all. That is to say, hello, I'm now back again. I think that there was a problem there with the internet connection, which might entirely my fault. It's nothing to do with roaming. I switched the roaming off whilst I was uploading videos to be on the safe side, and then I was using the service here, which didn't stretch out this far. So that was my fault. The thing went off. And right, let's turn the camera back around. Anyway, good. So I don't know what actually you heard me saying, what I didn't say. Well, I'll tell you a story. Hello, Jason. And so I'll tell you a little story about what happened to me this morning, which is vaguely amusing. I was filming a Rapido van, and the thing was this: it was an unusual. In as much as I was extremely excited about the van. I started off by saying something along the lines of how wonderful this is. I know I don't normally do this, but I really like the van. Then I had some character come screaming at me, hello Carl, and with abuse about me not showing any respect by filming on their stand and before the place was open. So he told me to come back once it was open, which is, you can see how many people are out here in the area outside. Once we get into the halls, you'll see what it's like. And this, bear in mind, Monday, it is the least busy day. So anyway, as per request, we're now going to go to Roller Team. As far as filming any more Rapido vans, I actually did complain to the boss, and he said that I should be allowed to film. Now, what I want from you, though, is a bit of input on this one. Do I film him, do I publish the film of him coming in and abusing me and telling me to get off, stop filming and come back later when the place is full, or shall I just forget it? Now, you can decide. You can write your comments below if I should publish that or not. I mean, at the end of the day, he might have had a bad day. I mean, he has actually stopped me. He has done this before. It's not the first time. Twice happened last year. I think twice. Was it once last year and once the year before? But it's the same. It's the same character. So, I mean, of course, he could have had a bad day. I mean, his wife could have bitten him, and his dog could have left him. Who knows? Thanks, Darren, for your comment. Thanks. So, anyway, this is the hall, which is from Trigano Group. And here we have some of their brands. There's EuraMobil. Here is that's EuraMobil. Here's Benimar. And here is Roller Team. And if you look at the Benimar models, and you look at the Roller Team, they're almost exactly the same. And if you go down there, you've got Forster as well, and that's all sort of repeated because they just sort of do what each other does, because it's all the same brand. Any chance I can look at Knaus? Right, the next live broadcast will be from Knaus. So the decision was made. I was going to say, you can tell me what to go on next. I will go to Knaus next. Otherwise, I would have gone. Thanks, Jason. There's always one, and I've got to ignore him, which is more or less what the boss told me as well. He said, "Look, it's over. It's done with. Let's leave it at that." Hi, Geski. This roller team model here. I have filmed this earlier, but look at that. Look at that enormous garage it's got in the back. I mean, you could actually get rid of the rest of the van and just keep the garage. Look at this, how enormously big it is. Here, there's the tradesman's entrance. I don't know how much weight it can take, but I can see it can take 70 kilos. How about that? Pretty good, eh? 6-person van, 290. I don't know if it's... They say new. I've never seen it before, so maybe it is new. I mean, in fact, if I haven't seen it before, it doesn't prove anything. It says the new Kronos. It's got a 10-year body construction integrity warranty, and which is actually with a water ingress guarantee for 10 years. Now that is quite positive. Hello, Monica. So that is something I do find quite useful. And here, okay, if you want to see any vehicle in particular, do say. Here's a friend of mine. Do you want to be on the film? No, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to be. She's shy. So, all right. So we'll sneak up on her later when she's not looking. And she sells roller team vans, speaks excellent English, and she's from Poland. Anyway, so we're not probably going to get into any vehicles during this look around, but I will film it when no one's around. I'll try to anyway. If somebody sort of chases, I don't think in roller team anybody would actually chase. They might chase me off. Wait, we can get in this van. Look at this. See that? Darted straight in like a rat into an aqueduct. Right. Look at this van here. This is a 6-meter van, and so it's a widthwise bed at the back. How about a look at the Pegaso? Dave says. Dave, I haven't seen any here. If there is one, I'll film it, but I haven't seen it. And unless it's using a different name, it'll be using a different name. Send you one of those to the USA. Yep. What I like about this is obviously I like the bed layout. I like the garage, which we'll have a look at right now. And no, we can't have a look at the garage. Sorry, I forgot which one. This is the wardrobe, and there's no entrance to the garage. Anyway, see, I sometimes make mistakes on these things. And hello to New Zealand. Hello, Dan. And anyway, but so I like the shape. I like but what the problem here is using a ladder. But you've got no choice. I don't want to use a ladder. So at my age, I don't mind using a ladder and getting up a building or something. That's fair enough. But not if, in the middle of the night. Fortunately, I don't have this problem. And lots of people my age do have this problem. They've got to dart out of bed during the night and make their way here. Not to the shower, but to the toilet. And Hi Monica, sorry, you said that earlier, yeah. And so I think that there is a problem with the ladder in that respect. Having said that, what's the solution, right? Okay, don't like the ladder, you've got to come up with a solution. There isn't a solution, right? There is no way of getting off that bed other than jumping, which given the height of it is about 1 meter, 1 meter 20, something like that, or using the ladder. So, sort of stuck with that, you've got to use the ladder. Other than that, though, you've got to say the number of vehicles manufacturers really have upped the game. It's much nicer in these vehicles now. Now, one thing I do want to say as well, despite the fact that we've got COVID around, a lot of people have actually improved the way their vehicles look as well, which, you wouldn't really expect them. COVID, yeah, keep hello Simon, keep producing, that's I think important. got 2 USBs down there. I think that's quite nice, although I've had this idea today, as it happened. That was a queue outside. Let's go outside. The idea was that it should be producing, yes, you could do a Superman jump. Hey, look, there's the garage. I had this idea we should be using 12-volt plugs. The reason I thought we should be using now 12-volt plugs is because the USB technology might be surpassed. I'd expect to see one of these vehicles on the road in 30 years' time. Assuming I'll be around in 30 years' time, or even 40 years' time. Why not? There's vehicles on the road from 1980. But will we still have USBs in 1980? That is the question. In 1980, in 2061. And therefore, that's how I'm thinking. I think the plug, you know, the cigarette lighter plug, which has been on the go as long as I can recall anyway. I remember my father had a car with a cigarette lighter plug in it. And so, anyway, so that's just the way I see it. Incidentally, I didn't say this at the beginning. I think I didn't say this at the beginning. Got any questions? Okay, I know I've got to find the peg I saw and other things. Incidentally, if you write to me and I don't do something, it's possibly because I've forgotten, so I don't mind you actually repeating it. It's not being rude at all, it's because I have forgotten. So, no problem on that one. Let's walk around here. That might be the only van we're going to get into in this. So you can see when I had that character shouting at me this morning about coming back, you know, when the thing was open to do these more detailed ones I do. Oh, this is a Livingstone, named after, fancying the famous explorer being named after a camper van. Right, so Livingstone camper van. First thing I do is I come in, I hit my head on that. That's always good. Hello, Rosie. Where are you, Rosie? Write it down where you're from. And but what I do like, you know, first time I saw these shower units, I thought that looked awful, and it's now a bit passé because fewer and fewer people are using them. But why? It's not such a bad idea. It looks horrible, I agree that, but it's really practical. So if you come in here, you've got a small van like this one, which is either, and then you close yourself in like that. See, you see I'm closed in now, and so you've got all this room in the shower. Well, you would do if it wasn't broken. And well, it's not jammed. Well, it wasn't me. I wasn't in here before. But anyway, but it gives you all this space, which I think that's pretty good, really. Anyway, so let's walk out. So this is, the wife hates showers like that. Yeah, don't blame her. I'm just trying to be practical. It's a matter of finding the right solutions. You've got this man here, 6 meters, but it's got the beds and the lengthwise formation, and therefore it gives you far more space. There you go, look at that. 6 meters and 205 in width. So, well, maybe too small, but if you think that's too small, then you need a bigger van. You've got no choice on that one. You see how though the beds go in the lengthwise way. You can actually fill it in here. You can make a really enormous bed, or you don't have to sleep with the person you're with or whatever. So I think that shower is a pretty good idea. Oh, look at that, it's now working. You see, I wasn't strong enough. So good. Here, have a look at a few more camper van. Yeah, I think this is a bit of a misunderstanding, putting 4 people in a, you know. Well, then again, you know, it's not necessarily 4. Could be a couple, couldn't it? Really? Well, not really, because I mean, whoever's sleeping up here can't be very long. Could be a couple where one partner's tall and the other one isn't. So it could be a tall lady with a short gentleman, or whatever. Here's a roller team sport. Don't know why it's called sport. I'm not getting in anyway. So all right, so Monica asks, have you done the inside of a large one with a car garage? Yes, I have. It's called a Notin. I did it. Hang on, can't say. Oops, sorry. Oh, I've lost the comment now. Have I done a car garage? So what was it called, so I can look it up? Just curious how much internal space you lose. Yeah, I've done one called the Notin. That's Notin. And here I think also there's Morello, there's Phoenix and Concorde. They're the ones with the car garage available. And Dan prefers the Morello bathroom. Yes, well, so do I. But if you made a roller team camper van with a Morello bathroom, it would take up the entire vehicle. They wouldn't even have an engine on it. Let's go down here. Look, pretty. I mean, look at the size of this. I mean, 7-meter motorhome. You've got this enormous garage. It'll only take about 150 kilos in weight. Now here, for example, with this sort of thing, that is that's a bed that goes up and down. It gives you more room in the garage. However, I see this one's broken, so this is the one I broke earlier. That's a little joke there from what they used to say on television. Now, roller team uses the Fiat and the Ford, and in many vans you get a choice which one you're going to have. Do you want a Fiat or do you want a Ford? The Ford is slightly cheaper as a rule, not necessarily always. Sometimes it might be the same price. Yeah, I think we're getting this one here. Anyone in? No. Right, so cab over vehicle. Look at that, you've still got plenty of space up there. But I saw some really interesting statistics yesterday, at least I thought were really interesting, and that was how much extra that fuel burns. And on average, a vehicle per 8 centimeters on a 7-meter vehicle will burn 0.5 liters per 100 kilometers extra fuel per 8 centimeters. Now, what does that mean in real terms? It means 5% in real terms per 8 centimeters. Now, I'm always going on about how I want vehicles to be tall, you know, to get more room in them, but that is also a feature. Now, Alco is now developing a chassis which is lower. So all this time we wanted to have higher chassis, but now it turns out it was the wrong thing. Now we need lower chassis. It's a bit like the LED. For years we wanted to have LED lights because they don't burn much fuel at all. They take very little power. Now it turns out they're bad for your eyes, and so we're going to have to think of something else. It doesn't matter, whatever you do, it's wrong. Oh, right, so here we've got, there's another bed that goes up and down, but they haven't had a chance to break this one yet. Right, okay, now there will be a video on these vans in more detail. Is the Bürstner Lizio Gallery at the show? No, Bürstner is not at this show because none of the Hymer companies are here. Hymer is now going to do only one show every other year, and the effect of this has been that, for example, in Brussels, which was held later in September every year, an annual show, that's going to be a biannual show to meet with their requirements. Will I go to EuraMobil? Well, I could have a quick look at EuraMobil right now if you want. Or we'll do, no, I'll do a separate video with EuraMobil or EuraMobil. I'll do that. It's in this hall. I'll do that tomorrow, which I think, so I'll make that one the first one for tomorrow. I know it's a bit of a difficult time to do something in the morning, but we'll see how it goes. And you know, also for me, actually doing lives, like 3 lives a day, that isn't such a brilliant idea, because it means I can't really do anything else in that time. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Doing sort of a live at this moment, though, the thing is, it is good because I can't really film things properly anyway, so I can't get into the van to do it. Oh, I want to point this one out here, because what you've got here, you've got this integrated, right? So Roller Team, supposedly a cheap brand, integrated van, right? It looks pretty smart. So it's good for people in Australia to watch this right now. Good, thank you, Monica. But you know, when you've got a problem here with branding, because if it's an expensive van and a cheap brand, it doesn't make that much sense. So why produce something like this in this brand, Roller Team, when you could be doing it in EuraMobil, for example? So there. anything with a rear lounge. Yes, there were indeed. When I had this bit of abuse today, I was filming a rear lounge model, which I was really extremely enthusiastic about at the time of getting the abuse. So yeah, there are rear lounge fans. That is something which you see more though in the United Kingdom. This is not a popular layout here in Germany at all. So but I'll do as many rear lounges as I can. I did a rear lounge Benimar last night before going back to my van, and appreciate, yeah, no problem. And there we see Grand Duca. Okay, it's a semi-integrated, but it's got here Doppelboden. It's a double floor. You see the infrastructure in the floor. I mean that really is, that's, to me, I find that very impressive. Might look impressive to anybody else, but I think it's impressive. Maybe I'm easily impressed. So right, good. There's a quick walk around. It wasn't that quick, actually, it was 20 minutes. Around roller team here at Caravan Salon 2021. Sorry, I did one video this morning that said 2022, and another one I said it was 2020. I'm just getting confused. I think by the time you've had a lot of years, everything all seems the same. But okay, next live will be in 1.5 hours time. It's going to come from Knaus, so expect to see a lot of rubbish there. So, but for the moment, thanks to all of you for watching. Come back in 1.5 hours time, and this evening at 21:15 my time, the usual time for the videos, there is a video on Ford at Caravan Salon 2021, so on the Ford basis. Thanks very much for watching and being here. I also appreciate it very much. All the best from Düsseldorf. See you later. Thanks Dave.